Good evening there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Raiders Live here on the WHS Network on YouTube.com. We have the 2018 Wapahani Lady Raider Volleyball season preview here tonight. Again, I'm Brandon Morvillius alongside Jordan Redbeard McCoy, and should be a really interesting season for us here this year. Obviously, we just got school back in session this past week. Girls have been in there during the off season, really putting in a lot of hard work throughout the off season to get ready for the season here to begin actually this coming Tuesday, as the Wapahani Lady Raider volleyball team will be traveling to Delta to take on the Eagles with a JV start time of 6 o'clock. Varsity game to follow after that. So we're very excited to get the season going. It's been about 3 months or so since we've last got to broadcast or talk to all of you fine folks out there in our Raider Nation. So we have been definitely geared up to get the season underway, and we're going to be on here all year long with volleyball, boys and girls basketball, softball, and baseball on YouTube.com, which those of you that followed us for the baseball season last year, we changed over to YouTube roughly about a month or so left of the season, and it just really worked out a lot better. The old website that we did use, which was thecube.com, they got bought out by a different company, and then that company was wanting to charge us to have our broadcast on the game, then was going to charge you guys to watch it. So that wasn't necessarily very pleasing to us. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, and we went ahead and decided to go with YouTube.com. Makes it a lot easier. Obviously, everybody knows YouTube. I mean, for goodness sake. So just make sure to get on YouTube, subscribe to our channel. It's just WHS Network. That's all you got to type in the search bar. Subscribe to our channel for free. There's no charge, nothing like that. That's why we decided to go with YouTube. And it just makes it a lot more accessible for you, for us, for everybody. And you can go on there whenever you want, 10, 20, 30 years from now. Hey, I get to go back and watch my son, or hey, I can go back and watch myself do this or whatever, show my kids or grandkids, whatever the case might be. But this is I think, a neat thing for us to be able to do this. So we hope that all of you are able to enjoy this as well, and hopefully it'll be a little bit better accessibility-wise and things of that sort. So nevertheless, we'll go ahead and get right into here with our season preview here this evening. Wapahani, like I mentioned, will open up the season on Tuesday, August the 14th. So this coming Tuesday, we will be traveling to Delta to take on the Lady Eagles. And that's going to be another Delaware County Volleyball Classic showdown right there between two heavyweights. And, it is a different look to the team this year, I think, with our seniors from last year, what they was able to provide the 4 years that they was here. You're going to have, maybe a slight drop-off, but you never know what can happen. These girls that are in there working hard in the gym to get ready for the season, they want it. They want it badly. You can see it, you can feel it. And you should want that. If you're out here putting everything you got into every practice, every game, results will come for you, and those results hopefully will be good. But I really believe that with the talent that we still have here, I think can really do a lot of great things here. And it really all starts with senior leadership. You have Estella Davis back, you got Sarah Orm back, Haven Gates, Aaron Roach. So the list can go on and on here, but it's so important that these ladies are able to, not only jumpstart the team, but get some of these underclassmen or even girls that haven't had quite the experience at the varsity level, get them to understand the concept of it all, the team concept, and how you really have to mesh well together. And because, there's going to be some ups and downs throughout a season. And so you really have to know how to ride the ship and just kind of truck right through them waves. And you're going to have them from time to time, but it's how you bounce back from that. I think what Rocky said, Rocky Balboa, is not how hard you get knocked down, but it's
not how hard you punch, it's how hard you get punched, how hard you can take a hit. and get back up.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Nevertheless.
You get the idea.
Yeah, you guys get the idea. But nevertheless, it's going to be a really exciting group, I think, to watch. We do have a lot of youth here. But I think there's, definitely some flexibility there from the standpoint of, I think you have multiple girls that can play multiple positions. You're not being, held just, one girl just playing this position. So then you might be low in another position. You got a lot of girls that are very athletic and I think can showcase a lot of their talents off here. And we're looking forward to that, I think. And I'm sure Jared, head coach Jared Richardson, along with the rest of his coaching staff there with Jenna Eastham and Katina Nichols, are really looking forward to seeing what they can offer this season and what they're able to provide to the team in general. And like I said, if you're able to really understand your role on the team, know what you have to do, if each girl can understand that and execute it, then I really think we can be extremely successful this year and get everything out of this season that we want to get out of, and build off of that. But it really all starts, again with team concept of things. So hopefully, as the year goes along, and even right now, you want to mesh well together as a team. So hopefully, we'll just continue to see them flourish throughout the year. But nevertheless, like I said, we do have some new faces to the team. You're going to have, you're probably going to see more of Allison Stewart. She's probably going to be the setter this year. Mallory Summers is going to be another important key asset to the offense. I've already talked about Aaron Roach, all those girls, Haven Gates. Olivia Smith, I think, is going to be very key in the back row because we don't have a whole lot of height on the team. Now, that doesn't necessarily still mean that we won't be able to block, because we will, because these girls are athletic. They can get up in the air. So I think where we might lack in height, we can still make up in our overall athletic ability. But the back row is going to play a very huge key, just like it does every year. Be able to come out here and be successful and give yourself a chance to win ball games, because, again, our offense, it's not going to be as powerful as, as we once had, but it can be. So it, might not necessarily look at it maybe at the beginning, but like I said, it's how you progress throughout the season here and get better, and not only that, but feel more comfortable at this level of volleyball. So I think with the girls that we have here, we have a potential to have another heavy hitting team offensively again. But that's yet to be seen. So we'll see what happens there with that. But I really think the potential is definitely there. But then you're going to see other faces like Emma Shuck, Audrey Duncan, I think, is going to be another key player. You might see some other new faces that might be freshmen, sophomores. So it's just whatever head coach Jared Richardson decides. But he's going to put the best group of girls out there that he can. And, same thing with the JV, too. Everybody's going to go out there. They're going to play hard. They're going to play together and hopefully win a lot of games this season. Speaking of which, we do have a pretty nice schedule this year. Like I said, we have Delta to start out with a season opener on Tuesday night, August the 14th. Then our first home game, the home opener, will be then a week later. On August 21st, we'll be at home against Blue River. We have Westdale, obviously, this year at Westdale. That's going to be a tough game. We're going to have Yorktown at home, which it's nice to have a little bit of home cooking here, at least, a little bit. So we'll have them. We'll have the Wapahani Invitational, which that usually has some real nice teams in it. Homestead, Knightstown, just a variation of teams. So that will be, I think, a pretty good invitational to have here for us. We have Madison Grant. We're going to be traveling to Madison Grant this year, which they seem to usually always have a great program out there. We have also the Muncie Central Invitational. Muncie Central, I thought last year really wasn't a bad team. I thought they actually looked pretty good, and hopefully, I'm sure for their sake, they want to continue to build and get better and things of that sort. I think they have a new coach this year as well. So that's going to be an interesting invite. They usually have 3 and 4A schools there, so it's always nice to see where you are at the level of competition there. And then we finish up usually the season with the Columbus East Invitational, which again usually features 3 and 4A schools. Some of the best too. We're not talking little shrimpy teams here. This is high level talent. That's right, the big dogs. And the big dog is definitely ready to eat out there, and hopefully is hungry throughout the year here with your Wapahani Lady Raider volleyball team. So, like I said, we're excited to get the season going. Make sure to watch all the games on YouTube.com. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, WHS Network. We got some baseball games on there, so hey, if you want to go on there and catch some games before volleyball starts next week, you're more than welcome to do that. But we're ready to get things going, ready to get back on the broadcast and showcase all these fine student athletes out there and make them happy, make you guys happy, and hopefully have another great year right here on the WHS Network. So, folks, again, thank you all for watching us. We greatly appreciate you, and we'll see you Tuesday night at Delta. Wapahani Lady Raider Volleyball coming up. Have a great night, and we'll see you next time here on the WHS Network.